How the fluff you doing? Welcome back to Blueprint. My name is Vezara, and today we're gonna tackle some puzzles. The biggest puzzle I want to get to today is the clock tower puzzle. 4 more sectum keys I need to find. Then also there's the wheel puzzle down below the underground. I still have no idea how to solve that puzzle, but I guess we don't need to necessarily solve any of that until we open all the doors anyways. And then there's also the tests, which we did have the option for the schoolhouse. So maybe I'll look at the test again. I have taken it twice already. Failed the first time, got a D on the second time. If we do manage to get all of the classrooms in this run, we'll definitely try a little bit harder to succeed on the exam. But for now, I really want to find the clock tower. And there's 2 rooms that I'm aware of that have gears in them that I want to revisit also. At least I don't need to do anything in the classrooms. At least not yet. Maybe I'll revisit some of the classrooms when we, if we do manage to get all of the classrooms. We'll take the parlor. Maybe the parlor can give me a good room going up on this direction. But I forgot about the gyms here, giving me the classrooms. One of the other boxes is true. The gyms are in the only box with the true statement. The gyms aren't the only box with the false statement. So if this is true and this is true, then the gyms are in the box with the false statement, and that would be the blue box. If this is true and this is true, then gems could be in this box or this box. So let's try the blue one. Cool, we got it correct. So that's 2 more gems for the classrooms, but I really want to find the clock tower. Like I said, I will do classrooms if I run across them. I did take the schoolhouse for that reason. Not gonna do anything in the classrooms. I did extensively look in the classrooms in other videos. And right now, I really want to find the clock tower, the attic, and there's one other room I'm trying to think of what it's called. The den? Maybe it was the den. Pick a gaming room. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be decent options going. Ooh. That does take a gem. However, there's a good amount of doors on it. I will be out of gems. What took a gem? Oh, did the secret passage cost me a gem? Maybe I shouldn't have taken that. That's okay. We'll get some gems back. It's a secondary objective for the classrooms in this run. I really want to get to the clock tower. And with 90 steps, 220 bonuses, I think we'll be okay. I think we're gonna be okay. The bold air, you say? I'll take some dice. Some dice is good. The reason I want to find the clock tower is there's a clue in room 46 about being high up among the clocks. So it has to have something to do with the clock tower. And I've been monkeying with the room. I've explored my thoughts about the room before. And I'm pretty sure I need to revisit that room. There's the den. This is one of the rooms I was talking about. That map, I have a suspicion, is related to the clock tower. There's clocks in here, and there's actually a clue in the clock tower itself. It's talking about swans. I don't think it's coincidence that there's swans in here, and a giant clock face that looks like it could come straight out of the clock tower. It could just be coincidence, but I find that hard to believe. Ooh, we could take a dead end for a gem. Not worth it. Not worth it. This is a class. Ooh. Reroll that. We need doors. I would prefer to have more than one door. But the storeroom gives me a gym for classrooms. Guess we're just using our other dice here. Ew. Okay, well. Maybe this is fine. I keep on finding only 2-door rooms with dead ends. Well, we have to take the storeroom now. There wasn't an option otherwise, and I couldn't afford the only other room that had more than 1 door. At least we don't have to worry about the chapel anymore in this run. I almost forgot the shit in this room. Wow, okay. Well, maybe I could have gotten a classroom if I just paid attention to what I'm doing, instead of thinking about what I want to happen. Well, that might cause things. I hope not. There's no way to go up. Oh, no. My only way up is the way I began. It's a classroom. Points down. Okay. See where this goes. Can we get a clock tower? Crafting studio. Takes 2 gems. Or I have to take dead ends. I'll take the dormitory. We haven't really gotten in this room since I've drafted it. And it goes good with a classroom. Each time you enter a dormitory after drafting a architect room, gain 10. And all of the classrooms are architect rooms. So we will be good at footsteps at least. That's really cool. I never got to have that synergy before. However, I cannot take this classroom here. I can take that. I cannot take the vestibule either. I can take this one though. That one points out. And I drafted that so I can come back to this room and get 10 more steps. Is that? Yeah. Celebrate classrooms. The hallway. That's what we need. And then maybe we can get a classroom here. Classroom or a clock tower. I would have preferred something that would let me get these 2 doors, but 1, 3, 4, 5. This is classroom 6. Oh, we don't even have any gems. Okay. I guess let's go with the laboratory. I guess this gives me keys. Hello? Can you load? Thank you. $10, $9. Oh wait, that's why it's not correct. Okay. 10 goes to 2 and 1. So it'd be 9. Ten divided by 10 is 1. 16, 17. Ten. Is it 5? Because 10, 20, and then this is 25. Is it 5? Okay. 9. 17. 10 minus 5. 25. Minus 5 again is 15. There we go. Get a couple more keys. Go back to the hallway. No, let's just grab this door real quick. Could be a classroom, but... Ooh, armory? I like the armory. Grab a shield. Perfect. I don't think I want anything else. I do like the Morning Star. It does let me open chests, actually. I'd say that's pretty worth it. And there might be a chest in here. Correct. Alright, so, ooh, we got gems for classrooms now. Okay, that was a good buy. That was a really good buy. Okay. And we got a classroom. Going up. What number does this make? 6. You need 3 more. Oh, that's a huge passageway. But it takes all of my gems. The disappointing part is I'm gonna need one more gem after this anyways. Let's use some of the redraws. Security only uses 1. Or I can roll for like a red room and use the night shield. Or I could get a classroom. The only thing is I can't guarantee that the foundation will be open or not. I guess that's a risk I'm willing to take. Grade 7. Use the key. The dining room, that doesn't do any good. Gymnasium, that doesn't do any good. Commissary, that doesn't go up. The dark room goes up, though. And I don't need to use the night shield, because the only door that needs to be open is already going to be open. Okay. I got a key into a ballroom. More keys? Uses my only gem. Let's walk back to the dormitory and see, because I should be able to at least get 10 more steps, because I've drafted an architect room. I don't know if I don't think it compounds. So I could have been able to get 20 steps, but I neglected to go back to the dormitory after I drafted that one. Yeah, it doesn't compound, unfortunately. Unless if I go back in. No, it doesn't compound. Okay. Because technically I drafted this room, didn't go back, and then I drafted this room, and they're both architect rooms, so I missed one. That's unfortunate. But learning how it works. We got 1 gem left. Does that mean we still need grade 8? We still need grade 8. Okay. Do I have a shovel? No shovels. I needed not to go down. In fact, I did not need to go down. There's classroom. Classroom dead end. Dining room, please. The office, which I cannot afford. So it looks like we're at a dead end. That's unfortunate. Maybe I should buy the commissary just so I can have the chance to buy gems next time. Because I can't even go for the clock tower now. Rough. Oh, I can freeze a gem and 26 coins. call it a day. And throwing ourselves back into the thick of it. Need to find classrooms, clock tower, and solve some riddles and rhymes, and maybe, just maybe, they will lead to the well-deserved sanctum keys. But even then, there's another puzzle after that. There is no classrooms today. We'll do some trading then. Maybe I should also have done the shrine, given the fact that I did have leftover coins from the previous day. I'm gonna throw one into the fountain. I didn't do that. I didn't do that yesterday. That's okay. So now we just need the clock tower. In the conservatory, you will be able to permanently adjust the rarity and rates that determine how often certain floral plants are drawn. Rarity changes can be reset using the directory in this room. Today, you may adjust the rarities of the above floral plants. Okay. I mean, this room is useful if you do experiments. However, I don't know if it has any other uses outside of that. For being a red room, I kind of want to make it rare. But there's a lot of instances where I can negate. I guess not a lot. There's 2 instances where I can negate it. So if I make commonplace, I could get the shelter and have a free 4-way door whenever I find the shelter. I'm kind of tempted to put it at commonplace, because I can negate the effects. Not 100% guaranteed, but there is ways I can negate the negative side of this. It has 4 doors, and I can test out the experiments that say whenever you dropped an archive room, you get the experiment. And I kind of want to do that. Okay, I can do more than one. Let's put this to unusual. Or rare? No, let's also put this to commonplace. Let's put that to commonplace, and then let's put the pantry up to unusual. Let's do that. As weird as that might sound, because the laboratory is actually the experiment that needs archives. It's very strange that I got them both in one roll. Unless it's just predetermined to be that way. That's very odd. There's a rook in here, too. Hello, greenhouse. Do I need you? Don't really feel like I need you. But also, I don't just want a door that goes left. I have plenty of those. So let's take the greenhouse. Get a lot of gems from the flowers. Okay. This is the run I need to do the classrooms. Get all the gems I need to pay for those expensive classrooms. Of course we're not gonna get a room that goes up. Let's see if I can get a hallway. The vestibule, the Great Hall. Let's go aquarium. Like, I don't need to preserve my gems. I'm not doing the classroom thing. Did get a shovel. Only find an old can. Alright. Breakfast nook. Spare room for green rooms. Still looking for that clock tower. It's locked. Okay. Going back. Observatory, you say? Okay. Go observatory. What is today's benefit? Sale and green rooms are likely to have special flowers. Don't need that. Let's take the storeroom. Hopefully we can get the clock tower on the other side. Got a key. Ooh, drawing room. Can we get the clock tower off the drawing room? Redraw. No clock tower. There are two false statements. A box with a false statement is empty. This box is empty. A box with a false statement is empty. There are two false statements. A box with a false statement is empty. Box with a false statement is empty. There are two false statements. But if that's true, then if this is true, then the gems would be here. A box with a false statement is empty. This box is empty. Both of these are false. Then I would think the gems would be in this box. Which they are not. So this is true. So that means this is false. Nope. Box with a false statement is empty. This box is empty. That makes this true. A box with a false statement is empty. A box with a false statement is empty. That makes this true? I don't understand. There are two false statements. Can that include itself? I don't know. East hallway. That is good. I'm gonna go up from the drawing room though. Oh, and I almost forgot the gym. Looking for the clock tower. Yeah, the breakfast nook. Got a key and some breakfast. Looking for the clock tower. Still looking for that clock tower. Like I said, I don't want to hang up on one thing that much, but it is the thing I want to focus on now. Workshop dead ends me. Don't necessarily need the workshop. I'll have the kitchen in case I need more steps later though. Looking for the clock tower. Nice shield for the archives. I did make it commonplace for that purpose, so might as well get it out of the way and draft it. I think that was a flower. It was a flower. Turn up. Ooh, more steps and a car key. I don't want to drive the garage though. It's just a dead end. I just put gyms in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rooms. But then I have to backtrack. Yeah, that's fine. Does that mean there's another gem in here? Ooh. It's just instant. And there's a flower. How lucky. Ooh, I have to waste that door though. We still go up. Looking for the clock tower. Is there anything that can help me find the clock tower? Sledgehammer, which I did not need actually. Sleeping mask. Running juice. Buying everything because sale. Why not? Use key, open this door. Find the clock tower. No clock tower. And clock tower. No clock tower. Oh, 2 flowers and a middle detector. We're having quite luck with item runs this time. Not really benefiting from it though. At least it seems that way. Walk-in closet. It's not really gonna do me much good, I don't think. Finds me a compass. And some gems. And a salt shaker. And this is one in here. No gears though, so I don't know what that means, if it means anything. Doesn't necessarily have to mean something. Looking for the clock tower. Oyster. Oyster's actually really good here. And I do know how to get to the middle. I see the little trickery. It takes a while for it to actually register that you're hovering over it. Grab the flowers. Alright. Come on, clock tower. Could really use you right now. The furnace, you say? I mean, it's a dead end. If I get lucky enough to draft a room and then draft like the freezer, that could be something. I don't need the bedroom to go to the foundation. Let's just grab the furnace. Let's see if we can do that. Pantry goes up. See if we can get the freezer. Of course it's locked. It's always locked. Yup. Can we get a key from the commissary? Could really use the key. Oh, nope. We already bought everything. No keys to the commissary. Clock tower. Pool. Pool is good. We need clock tower. Silver key. That's a way for me to draft the whatchamacallit. I need a normal key for the pantry. See if we can get a normal key. Why is this bleeping? Is there a key in here? There's a key in here. Okay, let's see if we can roll for the freezer with these 2 dice. Finally get the mystery of the freezer being next to the furnace. Freezer. Freezer. I would love the rumpus room here. Freezer. Okay. Venta can give me another chance for freezer. And 2 dice, and 2 dice, and 2 dice. Okay. We got lots of chances for freezer. Lots of chances. And a key. Classroom. Alright, chapel, because I'd rather have the freezer be adjacent instead of in the corner. Also, there's something here. Not sure what it is, but it's bleeping. That's okay. I'm not gonna worry about it. I really, really, really want the freezer. I need another key. I need another key. Office. Okay, take the office. Maybe I can get the clock tower out of the office. Dark room. Conference room. Could have used that a little while ago. Alright. So I don't know what happens if I already used the silver key. I guess the only other doors are the cloister and the pool. Uh-oh. Did I make an oopsie? Might have made an oopsie. This isn't good. Why is this beeping? There's a coin. I got excited. I thought it was a key. Of course it's not. Game's teasing me. Do you have a key for me? I know you spat out a key before. I know you can do it again. You are not locked. You have a music room, which will give me a key. Prism key. And a regular key. Which means I want to go back to the conference room and use my key there, because that's where I want to use my dice. But till then, let's use the... of course, the prism key doesn't fit. Okay. Really hoping for the freezer or clock tower. I will take both. I will take either one without real rolling. Technically, I can do it from here. Does that matter, though? Normal key, get me freezer or clock tower. Freezer or clock tower. Clock tower. Alright, well this is one of the rooms. Back to the sanctum key notes. Which I guess I have on my phone and not in my actual notebook. The clue is the third is high up among all the clocks. And how much more higher can you get than an actual clock tower also being among the clocks? Can I catch this? Cannot activate with the swinging pendulum of death. Is a key here? Wait, what? What are you bleeping? What are you bleeping? What are you bleeping about? Metal detector, stop teasing me. What are you bleeping about? Tell me. Tell me your secrets. Tell me your secrets. Tell me your secrets. Oh, you're bleeping about that? So this is the clue I have. Southward I see a swan, ashes like sands on the shore, carried by westwardly winds, rogue like the moon of the north. Eastward I see a crow, dark as the day is coming forth. And if I look at my map, we're looking south. So this is the north flag. Maybe there has to be a specific something. I still don't understand why this flag doesn't move. There's the moon. There's a moon. Moon of the north. Wait. This is north. That's a moon. What am I trying to figure out? Obviously, I can't interact with any of this. That much is true. There's a swan here. Southward I see a swan. Ashes like sands of the shore. Carried by westwardly winds. Rolled like the moon of the north. Eastward I see a crow. Dark are the days coming forth. The third is high up among all the flags. High up among all the flags. What if this isn't the room? What if there's a way to go higher? Like, yeah, it gives 4 clacks, but technically a clack tower, isn't this just one clack? What's this pipe? And also, what is this? Do I need one of the items? Is this supposed to be something I can interact with, like that lighter thing? I definitely now see that there's a moon there. The crescent moon of the estate, or at least like my mom's moon. Is that the rogue moon of the north that they're referring to? That moon right there? And it is north. It is a north direction. I don't know. Part of me thinks it has something to do with this pipe. And also, part of me thinks I might need to interact with this somehow. Maybe I need for more information from somewhere. I really don't want to give up the clock tower after finding it. I guess we'll come back to this. The other room I want to explore is the attic. Maybe we can find the attic this next couple runs. I'm not even going to worry about the classrooms right now. I'm really just very hard set on trying to figure out this clock tower. This is the other room that it has the right time. That's good to know. But this is the other room with the same clock face that is in the clock tower. It's so confusing. The only reason I wanted this room, I'm gonna grab this stuff first. There's a gem and a key. Gem and a key. Right there's another gear. And I don't know, not hesitant, hasty to dismiss this room. I just want to make sure I grab everything first. Because there's a swan in here too. Did I read this? Yes, I did. Okay. There has to be something in here. There's a swan and a clock gear. There's a swan and a clock gear. Do I have this in my chest piece? Chest piece, chest piece, chest piece, chest piece. Chest piece. It's two. Yes, I do. Is there a way? Aw. Okay. Can I get... Weird. Okay. Wait, hold on. There's something there. Also, this clock. Do I need a hammer? I'm taking a picture of this. What is this? It's a bunch of TVs. Bunch of TVs. What is that? Point? Weird. Just meander your way through suitcases, I guess. She can't interact with the clock either. Okay. I don't have a hammer. If I need a hammer to smash something, I don't have it. I just went backwards somehow. Okay. We have some keys. What does that mean? What does that mean? It's the clock tower. Okay, we'll come back to that. It's what we asked for. Black tower plus the attic. Part of me was hoping not to have to take a dead end for it. That might come in handy. That might come in handy. Holy smokes. The commissionary had a sledgehammer. Things might be coming together. You might actually be bringing me good luck this time, doggies. You might actually be getting there. You might actually be solving a secret. Okay, wait. There's TVs in the security. No? Oh. Oh, wait. What room is that? Hold on. Hold on. What? Maybe it's not smashing a TV. Maybe it's telling me a specific room of the TV I need to look at. Hold on. What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? Is that correct? There's two. Oh. There's two there. There's two there. There's 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Wait. There's two there. There's two there. 2 down. 2 down. 1, 2, 3. So we need to look at the office. Is there something in the office? I'm gonna take a picture of all of the TVs, and then I'm gonna take a close up. Wait. There's 2 cameras on the bank vault? Interesting. Can I make a phone call? Well, it wasn't smashing a TV. But apparently the office has something. So I need to find the office. I could have swore I looked up and down in the office, though. Services. Remote terminal access. Electronic mail. We read all of that. Nothing new. Staff services. Special orders. I forgot you could do this. Let's go sledgehammer. Approve. Data transfer. Electronic mail. Maybe it has something to do with the desk? Maybe this is the throne. For that one clue that says, let's see here. Let's pull that up. What does that say? The fifth key is held by a king on his throne. I'm trying. I'm trying my best. Office. Books, trophy, clack, books, base. More books, a car, picture, thing, books, a thing, something I can't make out, which is more books. I don't understand why I'm here. Can I interact with anything on the table? The lamp has a button on it. The lamp has a button on it. What did that do? There's no way that opened that drawer. Are you kidding me? It just opens this drawer? Is that how I opened it the first time? There's no way. I thought I found something. Oh. It's not the it's not the vase. It's not the lamp. It's just the drawer clipping through the desk. Okay. I thought I found something cool. Why is it pointing me to the security camera? Why is it circled around the chair? Am I to assume? What if I overlaid that with this? Where would it be circled? Hold on. I gotta do some Photoshop magic. Again, west and east. What does it mean by again? Is it referring to AM, PM? What just happened? Huh? Oh, wait. It was showing you the time. I did this by accident. It was showing you the time you needed to visit all along. On the floor. Why is the clock going backwards now? What? Okay, I'll take it. What? It was here the whole time. It was here the whole time. Wow. It was here the whole time. What time is this? 1:30? Where do you go? Oh. Oh. Hello? Okay, one of you clocks have the sanctum key. Each of these clocks should be set to a different time. 5 of these clocks should be set to a time ending on the hour. Set the clock to a time containing all different numbers. This clock's neighbors should both be set to a time containing a 7. This clock should not be set on the hour. None of these clocks should be set to times that contain the number 1, 2, 3, or 4. This clock should be set to a time that contains the same 3 numbers of another clock, here but in reverse order. The clocks are positioned so that their times will go up in ascending order. Wow. Alright. I was not expecting this. So do we start at 5? I mean, I guess 12 is an option, but do we start at 5? What if we start at 5? What if we start at 5? 5. This goes to 6. Oops. This goes to 6. That'd make that 7. What if this is 8? I doubt this is 8. Because there needs to be one more clock. 5 of these clocks should be set to a time ending on the hour. It needs one of these clocks. I'm just gonna set it to 8. Just for now. So I can see what this looks like. Because that would make this 8:35. They make this 9. That would make this 9. What would make this? 10? 11. Wait, what happened to this clock? 6. Right. 5, 6. What does it mean by this clock should be set to a time that contains the same 3 numbers of another clock, but in reverse order? Logically, it makes sense. 5, 6, then we hit 7 with... Oh, wait. Oh, no, this clock's neighbors should be set to a... It doesn't include this clock. That is definitely a 7. So we got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What if this is 11? Clocks are positioned so that their times will go up in ascending order. Each clock has a different time. 5 clocks end on the hour. We have 1 clock, 2 clock, 3 clock, 4 clock, 5 clock. So this clock does not end on the hour. This clock should be set to a time that contains the same 3 numbers of another clock, but in reverse order. Alright. Each of these clocks should be set to a different time. 5 of these clocks should be set to a time ending on the hour. Set this clock to a time. This is the only. This is like. I feel like this is the given. This is the given time that you have to work around. Set the clock to a time containing all different numbers. But because it's a red memo, it's a lie. And I have to set the time containing all the same number. But it has to be containing a 7. So the minute hand being weird, being on 35, it's still 7 and 7. Does that count as the same number? Or because the minute hand is at 35, this has to be correct, right? This clock should not be set on the hour. Should not be set on the hour. Should not be set on the hour. So that has to be. That has to make this 7. This has to be 7. A time containing a 7. But how do you get a time containing a 7 while also a time containing all the same number? These three are the ones I need to figure out first. If I can figure out these three, I think the rest should be able to fall in place. But these three are the keystones for this puzzle. Because the rest is kind of just vague hints on what the numbers should be. Each of these clocks should be set to a different time. That tells me nothing about what time that should be. 5 of these clocks should be set to a time ending on the hour. That also doesn't tell me anything about a time, other than like a vague hint on what it should be. And same with this. None of these clocks should be set to times that contain the number 1, 2, 3, or 4. And this one, the clocks are positioned. So this one's big, so that their times will go up in ascending order. And this one, this clock should be set to a time that contains the same 3 numbers of another clock here, but in reverse order. Which means it cannot be any of the 5 clocks that end in 0. So once again, I have to go back to these 3 clocks. And I believe this one's 7. I really do. I can't figure this one out. Set this clock to a time containing all different numbers. These clocks' neighbors in plural, so both should be set to a time containing a 7. Wait. None of these clocks should be set to times that contain the number 1, 2, 3, or 4. That eliminates 10, the hours of 10, 11, and 12. I'm only left with 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. 9, 5. Okay. That changes things. 5, 6, some random time, 8. This cannot be 8. 3, 4, 5, and 7. And I need clocks 3, 4, 5, and 7. And 3 of those clocks. I need 3, 4, and 7. And all 3 of those clocks need to be a 9-hour time. Okay. It is currently the following day. I am back to the clock board, trying to figure out this clock puzzle. Wiping everything I know, except a few things. None of these clocks should be set to times that contain the numbers 1, 2, 3, or 4. It still stays consistent, and then that only leaves on the clock 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I cannot use 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, or 4. I need 8 times. 5 of the times need to be on the hour. Since they are allowed to be different, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 are all the 5 times that will be on the hour. So, what I do know, pretty certain, that this clock is 5 o'clock. This last clock is 9 o'clock. I know this because this note says the clocks are positioned so that the times will go up in ascending order. Clock number 1 will be the lowest time, 5 o'clock. Clock number 8 will be the highest time, 9 o'clock. The 5 of these clocks should be set to a time in the hour. That does not tell me anything about this clock's time. I don't know. And I was assuming that it was 6 p.m. earlier. I do not know clock number 2. Do I think it's 05 or 06? 608. What is the likelihood of 608? What clock would that be? Obviously, it can't be this one. If it's 608, it would put it somewhere like, I guess, here? If it's 805 or 508, then it would put it probably at this clock. Because it has to... I do know for a fact that it has to be 5, 6, 7. 5 of the clocks are definitely 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. It's just trying to figure out where the other clocks lie, with the fact that I know that it goes from descending to ascending order. And I can rule out 07 pretty easily, because 807 would flip to 708, which will have to be after this clock. And if this is 708, 708, 708, 708, 807. That technically could work. Because this has to be 9. This clock has to be between 8 and 9, because this clock cannot be on the hour, and for this to be on the hour, it needs to be 8 here, because this has to be 7. For this to be 7, this needs to be 8. For this to need to be 8, 9, for this to be true, this clock here, clock 7 needs to be a time between this clock and this clock, which is 8:05. This clock needs to be a reverse time of something else, so 8:05 reversed to 5:08 puts it right after this clock, which is the second clock. That it cannot be 6:08. Definitely can't be 7:08. It definitely cannot be 7:08, 8:08, or 9:08. 9:08 would be past this clock. 8:08 would just be the same time. 8:07 would be 7:08 after this clock, which would have to put it to this clock. Which I tried that also, and I couldn't find a way to figure out how to get the five clocks that end on the hour with that. So it has to be a 5:08. It has to be 8:05. It has to be 5:08. I'm confident with that. I'm confident with 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I just have no idea about 3 and 4. And maybe I'm wrong about 5. Clocks 3 and clocks 4 need to be above 5:08 and below 7. Possible times: 5:09, 5:55, 5:56, 5:57, 5:58. 5:59. 6 o'clock. 6:05, 6:06, 6:07, 6:08, 6:09. 6:55, 6:56, 6:57, 6:58, 6:59. 57. 6. 7. That would put this to 8. Don't know how I managed up on that, but I did it! What? 5:57. It contains a 7. That makes this 6. Holy smokes, we finally did it. Oh, my brain. 5508. 5:57. 6. 7. 8. 8:05. 9. Figuring out this one was hard. This one... Once I got this one, once I thought this one through right here, this one clicked. Man, let's go unlock that door. Let's go unlock that door. Oh, let's find that door that has the other random sanctum key behind it. Please. Let's have enough steps. I do not want to do this again. Where am I going? Right, I need to go this way. Oh boy. Let's get that one more door unlocked. Now I need to figure out the king on his throne one. And then find the stupid vault key. And then there's one more that will apparently somehow reveal itself or be behind the door of 8 or something. Do I need to find the 8 letters for that one? Maybe. I don't know. But we have another door to unlock. And I'm gonna unlock one of the ones by the middle. So let's go this one. Let's go this one. And it's another puzzle with this symbol. No free sanctum key. That's figures. We are out of steps. We barely made it over here. Okay. Well, this is gonna be it for this episode of Clock Tower Puzzle. Clock Tower time is no more. It's solved. We can move on to the King's throne and hopefully find that vault key. As always, my name's Vezara. I will see you on the other side. Thanks for watching. See ya.